Hi, I'm Sebastian. I'm a software developer and I rate Visual Studio 5 out of 5. For more reviews like this, please hit the link below. Before using Visual Studio, I was using Atom and Sublime Text. Also, sometimes I use PyCharm. They're all solid Python editors, but Atom and Sublime are multipurpose, and PyCharm was Python oriented. And they all run fine, but each they didn't have all the features I needed in one program. Visual Studio Code has all the features I needed but integrated all in one. It also integrates with Jupyter notebooks, but the feature I appreciate the most is expecting variables with the mouse over, and also what Microsoft called IntelliSense. That is the autocompletion of your code. That is not easy to accomplish when you are using a dynamic language like Python. And I think that Microsoft makes a good job with it. And also has support with Conda environments. That's something that I use instead of virtual environments. And also, is something interesting is that it supports all major platforms like Linux that we use most here, and also Mac OS and Windows. Using Visual Studio from the other tools was a seamless transition because most editors works in mostly the same way, and also integrates well with GitHub, and that is somehow expected because GitHub and Visual Studio are not from the same company, that is Microsoft. And it also integrates with Anaconda Tools, that is another company. That the tools I'm referring are Conda and Jupyter Notebook, because it has a Jupyter Notebook inside. So I don't have to fire a browser to use Jupyter Notebook, but you have to configure the kernel anyway. So it doesn't work it works in the editor, but it requires an external kernel. Once you configure that, it works okay. And also, as I told you before, we use several operating systems as the same as the other editors. They are multi-platform, so we can use it on Linux and Mac, and so the integration and the easy to use was better than expected. There are plenty of good editors for Python, and but my recommendation is to try and to just try. And if Visual Studio Code can do something that you were able to do before, but you see I can't do it here, you should look for plugins, because the plugins has all the a lot of features that extend the capacity of Visual Studio. So more likely, if you're missing a feature, someone has already done a plugin, and then you may have the benefit of Visual Studio plus something that you didn't have before.